All right, welcome back to another cheesy entry today. And this one is brought to us by BraDaDiah in the blue Vanguard and Blank in the red Vanguard. So we've got another VVV, another cheesy back-to-back VVV. And even though I know who submitted this one, they're playing under an alt, so I actually don't know which one is our cheesy entry, although we will find out together. I'm sure we will find out soon what flavor of cheese appears in this game. Now, out of Blank, we have a barracks, so that's not super cheesy yet, and Blank was able to chase off BraDaDiah's dog so far, and BraDaDiah is going to go for a cool little overcharge ball play. Now, is BraDaDiah going to creep with this, or just go for the CC? Sometimes you can head them off over there and do a little bit of creeping, and then build your CC or CP as it is in Stormgate. And the dog's back to do some dog on dog, a little bit of chomping here. Just running around seeing what you could see. Does not see an expo going down for Blank. Dead again, running away to safety. Blank happy to just keep this dog home for a guard dog, which is, you know, cool. That's probably how I'd play too. I don't want to micro too much at the beginning of the game. I just want to make mobs, or imps in my case. And back for another chomp. Probably needs to go out and get one of those little healing cabbages now. Down to getting close down to health, half health. But no, just scouting, seeing. That's what the scouts are for. See what's going on. We got more bobs for BraDaDiah, and what do we have? We got a Rax and a double Rax. Double Rax. And ooh, interesting. We do have a hangar bay. I guess I'm learning something today. I guess you just need a Rax for a hangar bay. Or actually, we did have an upgrade to Central Command. So there was a tech up. Yeah, so it was Command Post Central Command. And now we got BraDaDiah's dog running around, just going for a trip. Maybe just checking for funny business, or maybe just trying to hide out. Still hasn't found one of those healing cabbages. And Blank's puppy remains home. What do we got coming out of this hangar bay here? So far, there we go. We got a Hornet, our first Hornet, and we've got a little bit of an interesting play here for Hornets out of Blank. And BraDaDiah is going kind of a bio mix. It looks like the BioConnects lab in the back there, allowing BraDaDiah to build some exos, and no upgrades going down just yet. So we do have a Hornet out, creeping with a puppy dog for Blank, and this is, I guess, an interesting duo. We see them clearing out that camp no problem, and BraDaDiah is trying to scout out what's going on. Sees the Hornet now, and unfortunately, like I said, didn't get a bite of that healing cabbage, and is now very low, down to 9. And goners, out of here, pups. So now we got a Hornet on the map, double Hornet. What's the answer going to be from BraDaDiah? Still bias. Couple flak cannons. I think they shoot air. Oh, there's a little bit of a lag or something there. That was interesting. Since this is a replay, that's kind of strange. But flat cannon, just the name, makes me think that they can shoot air. But these Hornets so far not quite heading across the map. They're just going to creep this camp again. Another easy bugged out camp on 0.1. And ooh, a couple of promotes. I think those are going down to get these both up to rank 2. Everyone's at rank 2 for these Hornets. Of course, that gives them bonus damage and HP, I believe, as well as maybe, I think it's level 3 gives you something special, and I don't know what that is for the Hornets. So yeah, they're elite. Does it tell us here? I think, yeah, the green pluses tell us what they've gained from veterancy, if I understand correctly. Okay, so a little bit moving out on the map now. But, oh, there we go. Finally grabbing that healing cabbage. That's what BraDaDiah needed earlier. But didn't scoop it up, and now going to Blank's Hornets. Now, Blank's gonna come take out this camp, I imagine. Again, just free resources, and these demons are pretty easy to take out for these Hornets, I guess. But I imagine this strike force is going to keep pushing in and at least try and get a although there's double flax. Double flax, how do flax handle Hornets and how do Hornets handle flax? I guess we will find out. This is a fun, interesting creeping. I'll creep your camp right under your nose, steal most of them out. A good little income steal there. But maybe just stealing more creeps on this side of the map. So I guess what that's saying is 4 Hornets, maybe 5 Hornets, you don't really want to just fly into 2 flat cannons like that. That sounds, I mean, that's what I would do too. I'd try and fly away from that. But maybe able to do a little bit more harass here. So yeah, flying into the main, so we're seeing another flag. Okay, yeah, the flags did pretty good damage to that lead Hornet. Although that lead Hornet was not one of the promoted Hornets. So if they could be just like repositioned, the promoted ones have more HP and thus can take more of those shots before going out. We see another promote going down. The promote can be used to heal as well. And it looks like these Hornets are retreating back to get more creeping income from, well, the investment that was put in them. You want to get something out. So far, not harassed, but we are seeing more Hornets being added. And I think what's interesting with this play style, at least when I face it as Infernals, is that Hornets are usually just the beginning, and then something worse comes out. That's the helicarrier. So maybe we'll see some helicarriers, although we only have the single hangar bay, and still Blank's just turning out those Hornets. Oh no, I lied. There's another one hidden in the back here, and it looks like these two have returned to the hangar bay. Now the supply depot there, or it's now a solar habitat that's been upgraded, is making these hangar bays, I believe, produce their Hornets faster than normal. Sort of like a chrono boost, maybe? And now we're getting a nice little ball of Hornets out here. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looked like about 9 or 10. Nice little attack wing. A little micro needed. These creeps hit a little bit hard. And meanwhile, it looks like BraDaDiah is playing a little bit more defensive, stay-at-home game. Hasn't been as active creeping the map, but has built these sentry posts, with exos in them to make these flak cannons. More Hornet creeping out here. Still late on the expo, although now we've got some Swordy Boy Lancers added for a ground force. I think they've just been slowly being pumped out of this barracks to create some kind of ground army. I don't think Hornets can be all you do. And we do have a second barracks going down as well. Probably trying to just match the income. Now, is there going to be another base going down? I guess we will find out about that. We do finally have BraDaDiah moving out on the map. A nice little bioforce here, committed mostly to Exo with some medtechs for healing, so sort of like a Marines and medevac style, without adding any Lancers of their own. I was a little surprised there for a second. I thought that might have been some Bobs moving out, but it was just some Hornets soaking in those nice healing juices. And these Exos are going to try and take this Vision Camp. Well, it looks like, ooh, that Exo being taken care of. Little Scout Exo. Seeing, hey, there's an Air Force plus a bunch of sword guys out here. Report back to base. Watch out for the sword boys. Although these Exos probably can deal with the sword boys no problem. It's the Air Force up front, the Hornets. Here we have our engage. Finally, the Hornets getting on top of the Exos. The Exos are actually managing to get some pretty good trades. They're killing a lot of these Hornets. But the Exos are going down too, and they're just chasing them over here. There's some good stutter step out of BraDaDiah, but again, it seems like for every Hornet that goes down, another Exo goes down too, and that's just I don't know what I think that's probably an okay trade because Exos I think are just a little bit cheaper than the Hornets. But again, I wasn't sure if it was exactly a 1-to-1. There's still a really large ball of Hornets, and these Hornets have been committed to right from the beginning here. Sort of those two hangar bays have been just producing at a constant rate Hornets off this one base income. There hasn't been any of that income translated into Bob production, for instance, or another command post over here. And one thing that's maybe worth pointing out is that Blank has been able to spend that income very well. So not floating any. And BraDaDiah was for a second, but has managed to spend that income as well, which in the long run is going to mean that BraDaDiah is favored, because BraDaDiah is now on the 3 bays with, wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 barracks, and now a mech bay being added. But what's coming out of the mech bay? Not sure if I've seen anything out of the mech bay yet. It's rallied up here. Now a good choice would be Hedgehogs, I believe, because of their anti-air ability. I don't know how that works against more of a mixed composition, but Hedgehogs can siege up and do that anti-air attack. And then maybe even making some Hornets of their own would be a good choice for anti-air. I imagine Hornets do well against Hornets. And this air, oh, I like that Strike Force flying in a diamond. This Air Force has been training. But here they come. Ooh, there's a siege on the little siege tank on the map. What do we call these? Carts. I call them the pencil crayon shooter. And he's found this base over here, but the Air Force is engaging the Exos, and they're right on top of the Exos again. But this time they come with the Sword Boys. Those Sword Boys are tanking some of the shots up front, allowing the Hornets to be a little bit more effective in their trades. Let the Sword Boys take the hits. They're so tanky that they might not even go down, and if they do, well, they were the cheaper investment. They're worth trading. But we do have Blank retreating back, and a little bit of aggression out of BraDaDiah, trying to take this larger Bioforce now and see if some damage can be done. But now we have Blank turning back with the Hornets. And ooh, I like this. A lot of damage coming out of those Hornets on top of those Exos. Again, some pretty good trades for this Air Force. Sneaking around the back, sitting on top of those trees, so they're a little bit harder to see and hit. It's just really good. And now I think that the numbers are in the favor of the Hornet. Look, a lot of that tanking was done by the Lancers there. This one brave Lancer saying, "Let me get my revenge for my Exo friends." And now, yes, okay, so heading out, it looks like to maybe steal some income, while we do have a little satellite dog over there. I wonder how long that little satellite dog's going to remain in the game. It seems like a placeholder kind of graphic, but it's also kind of become beloved among the community, so some folks will have a fit if it leaves. And, okay, so I was going to say, I like that there are some Lancers being added here, but only a single one. I'm not sure if that's going to turn any tides here. And with that many racks producing, should be able to chunk out a couple extra frontliners. The benefit that the Lancers have been given to Blank is that they've been able to tank as well as do some of their own damage to the bio ball. And that's what BraDaDiah needs as well, is some kind of tanky force. Now these medtechs actually are kind of tanky, and I've seen, you know, they're kind of out front here and they're slow, so they tend to get pushed to the outsides of the bio ball. You can tank with them, but they're also your healers, so I don't know if you really want them going down in a real serious battle. So we'll see if this bio mixture is gonna prove to continue to at least be pushing back. And still, we're at minute 15. There are still no expansion coming out of blank. In fact, we're only on. Okay, it was just a misread there. I was like, are we only on 8 bobs there? No, there was 11 there, and it was just misrecording. So soaking in the healing juices again. Last time this happened, it was a precursor to a little bit of a push out, and that might be what we see here. But now this biomass is actually nice and chunky. I think it might be able to deal with these Hornets. Although not if they choose to fight right in the healing camp and allowing the Hornets to have the high ground. Instead, the biomass is pushing right in, and the Lancers are up front and upgraded, trying to get on top of the biomass, and the biomass is now moving back, using the stutter step, trying to get that quick draw hustle and take its full advantage. But unfortunately, while they're faster than the Lancers and can do some pretty good micro on the Lancers, the Hornets are speedy and they're just right on top, and there's so many of them. They're just chewing through the Exos. These Exos, again, trying to get a good trace, but every step they take back, like another one goes down, and they're definitely not being able to get as many Hornets. In fact, a lot of the tanky Lancers are taking the shots, and they're just living forever. This has been chased all the way back to the third base, but now blank decides to push back. Okay. A nice little chase across the map, doing very effective trades for blank. This Air Force and this Sword Boy Force almost fully preserved. Go heal up in the healing juices and come back for another fight. Now, what's going in BraDaDiah's favor is, I was going to say on 3 bases, but this base mined out. This one's been mined out for a while. So on 1 base, and somehow blank has this amazing power to preserve the Luminite in this mine. So while 2 other mines have been mined out, this one's just still going. It's the hero mine. The hero mine, and luckily on this display, I can't see how much money is actually in there. But if there's 400 mins in there, 400 loom, you can always go out and expand if you need to. I like this 20-minute expansion plan so that, you know, if your opponent's mined out in 20 minutes, I still got my natural ready to go. Good strategy. Okay, almost healed up. And I imagine almost mined out as well. At some point, blank's going to have to expand or push out. We have a 4th here going down and starting to mine, but this Air Force might be able to scout it out, while this Bio Ball is maybe creeping or going into a more defensive position against this hidden force base. And here we go, the Hornets on top of the Bobs. And we see those buildings and command or sentry posts going down. And a couple, the overcharge on the Bobs keeping them alive with that bonus 50 armor, meaning that damage dealt is considerably reduced. But these Hornets just rotating around, going to this creep camp now, forcing the Bio Ball to, well, try and decide where the best positioning is, and changes its mind and decides, let's go back and protect here. The overcharged Bob's managing to get some turrets down, and now these Hornets, okay, deciding, do I want to push into the flat cannon? Ooh, shields going down from the ramparts on the flat cannons. Very wise to pull out. If you focus fire on that, you're basically doing no damage. I believe that gives you 200 bonus armor, which will reduce your damage down to maybe about a 1/3 is my guess, if I do my math right. But now moving on top of these flat cannons, managing to get them, no ramparts here, and despite the Bobs trying to, the DPS here is just too much. They're going down, the Bobs deciding, do I run away or not? Yeah, maybe I will repair. No, wait, not fast enough. Now it's dead. Maybe I should repair each other. No, let's just run away. The Bio Ball moving up. And yeah, that's a lot of exos rebuilt, at least. Still managing to keep an army on the field. Still with one mining map. Now the bio ball moving around. Where are you going? Maybe to do some pressure. Whereas Blank's army is also out on the map, and Blank looks like a pretty nice large sword boy lancer force here. But yeah, there's no bobs here. I can't box them and find out how many bobs there are there. But oh, it says 12 right there. So 12 bobs praying to the Therium node, hoping that it will rebirth some Therium. Unfortunately, it's all mined out. So this is the force for Blank. Blank has 7 mins. Now that's not really the end. If this was a StarCraft game, maybe that's the end. But with the creep camps here, Blank, if need be, can go creep some camps. And now we have this pencil crayon shooter entering the mix, but the sword boys are on top of it really quick. And it looks like we're going to have another one of these stutter step battles while the Exos are trying to make some effective trades, getting a Hornet here or there. But every time they stop to maybe try and focus the Hornets a little better, the Lancers just get right on top of them, and this force is getting deleted. The Hornets doing a lot of damage, and the Lancers just content to be tanks while also getting a shot in here or there, maybe going for a little surround there. Again, that Lancer really low on health. Now it's just the Lancers. The Hornets say, you guys got it. Again, Rampart's putting the shields on those flat cannons. I don't know if I really want to be doing damage to... Well, I still managed to focus fire them down, so maybe not quite as good as I feel it is in my own heart and brain. I like the shield on the command post. Are you on one base from BraDaDiah? And what does Blank say in response? No, I got a secret base. Says no, I kill your base. What, you got a hidden base? Are you mining from another map, perhaps? No comments from Blake, the stoic base battler. Another question mark from BraDaDiah. Left in confusion, only wanting answers. Because if this is one base, this is why people... Oh no, okay, we're into the doom. And, wow. Is that it? It didn't say left the game. The timer has stopped, so... I think that was some bad manners on the way out. Let's call that a GG, because that was certainly a GG from Blank and from BraDaDiah. Thanks for watching. Let's get into some more cheese.